Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the middleweight bout between Phil Hawes versus Chris Curtis. And how I see this one between these two right here is I feel like Chris Curtis presents an interesting style, but he's coming on like a 1 or 2 day notice. And even if he did come on full camp I still have my questions about him. I feel like the guy has some solid striking, decent enough wrestling defense, offensive wrestling, but more so I feel like he's can do pretty well against grapplers. My issue with him is that he hasn't really been able to come through over a solid one and get his hand raised. Like he's been able to get him good fights, been able to get him some good work, really test him and get him a hard fight. But he's never been able to just really step on that gas and get the victory, like get a stoppage or really pile up the output. But in these situations, like it's kind of like he gets there, but he can't get over there. He can't get over the top. He can't get over the hill. That's my issue with Chris Curtis. Like solid boxing. He does got little issues defensively with his boxing. Like he likes to lean a lot, hand low, we fight like this and stuff, like dip. Pretty slick, but also for that style, unless you got that some real good eyes always on your opponents, because slip out, you see a hook come and slip it. He kind of just leans into, so a lot of times the hook is open for him or open against him. But yeah, some like stuff from him that that's really gonna come down to the point. I feel like Phil Hawes looked really good in the Cal Dawkins fight, showed that he could push 3 rounds hard, real good, and without having to like really be gassed or really desperado takedowns. He just fought a real clean from start to finish performance against Cal Dawkins. So that showed that the man can definitely push a pace and maintain the pace, and that he's not just your typical muscle bound fighter who's good for like 1 or 2 rounds, but cardio's always gonna be a place where you can look to test them. But still got a lot more to address with that. But for the least part, he's passed one of those tests. I feel like Chris Curtis can give him another one of those tests, but the fact that Chris Curtis is coming on short notice, the fact that Chris Curtis hasn't really been able to step on that gas and get those finishes or pull out those wins against, fights that truly matters, is definitely an asterisk against him or a docking point against him. And I feel like against Hawes, he coming on short notice. Hawes is probably the most explosive, strongest wrestler. Might not say the most technical. Matter of fact, I'll probably say, looking at people fight, he probably is the most technical wrestler he has for. Most explosive, most technical wrestler he has for. Maybe not the best cardio, but cardio looked much improved against Cal Dawkins. So I feel like it's gonna be a case where Chris Curtis gonna have his moments in the fight. He'll be slick, probably to spin a couple takedowns, probably get up from a couple takedowns, or at least a takedown, be able to get up from takedowns or a takedown, defend a takedown or a couple takedowns. Like I said, I feel like he's solid enough to defend it. And then on the feet, probably be the better striker, land the flusher shots. Well, not the flusher shot, well, more shots, but I feel like probably flusher shots, but I feel like Hawes will land the bigger shots. That's what it would be. So Hawes, he might land more shots. Hawes shots will be more perceived by the judge because he landed really effective shots, whereas Chris Curtis most times just touching his opponents. He's not really ever really punching through his opponents. And like that's another reason why he's not getting those materializing those finishes. Like he's touching you, like he could be walking down his opponent, they be tired and stuff, and and he constantly giving them pressure, but he's not getting those shots to really, really like take from, like he's not digging to the body like heavily, not just touching the body, like digging to the body, like really digging through the body, coming on top with some big shots. He's not really doing those big flush shots that could drop his opponent, hurt his opponent, or really like potential fight ending shots. But definitely can wear you down, tire you down. You definitely gonna feel him, definitely hurt, but it's not gonna put you out. And like that's the thing with Chris Curtis. Slick, solid, but just missing that ability to come over, like, get over the hill. And I feel like that's once again gonna plague him in this fight. I don't think it'll be like, oh, he's beating Hawes or he has such a great moment against Hawes. I think it's gonna be a case where he's gonna be looking clean, but he's just simply not gonna be doing enough. Hawes be one pressuring, like I say, he's gonna land the heavier shots for the most part of the fight. I feel like Chris Curtis might pressure later on in the fight, but mostly through the fight is gonna be Hawes pressuring, landing big shots, looking to go for takedowns. And Chris Curtis trying to defend him, probably defending pretty well, landing some slick shots in there. But again, not the most heavy shots. But it's Hawes landing the heavy shots, scoring takedowns. And then Chris Curtis may be coming on a little bit late, but a little bit, like I said, just too late and not nearly enough to get a stoppage or to sway the judges to his side. So in this fight, I got Phil Hawes via decision.